Hello and welcome to the CEO table with Bernadette L. Harris, where strategy, sanity, and legacy take center stage. I'm your host, Bernadette L. Harris. I'm the straight talking strategist, legacy builder, and business truth teller that you didn't know you needed. Pull up a chair. So, today we are going to have a very candid conversation. If you have ever thought, I should apply for that grant or I should apply for this loan, but you didn't because maybe you didn't think you were ready or um, you didn't know what the process was like, this episode is for you. Being fun ready is more than just having motivation or a clean website, a dope logo. It's about demonstrating on paper and in practice that your business is stable, that you are trustworthy, and that your business has a growth strategy in place. So, today I want to give you a funding readiness checklist, your guide to just making sure that everything is good before you pursue funding, whether that is loans, investors, or grants. So, are you ready? Let's walk through it. The very first thing that you want to make sure that you have is your business structure in place, right? So, are you registered with your state secretary of state? Do you have a business license? Do you have an EIN number? Do you have an operating agreement? Are you in good standings? Like, have you paid your annual registration fees? Because funders, whether they're loans, grants, or investors, they want to invest in a business that is real and not your side hustle with a logo and an email address. The second thing is clean financial reports. And you all knew I was going to get to this, right? And so folks want to look at your numbers, right? Are your books current? Are they clean? Are they correct? Are you able to answer questions like what is your monthly revenue? What are your average monthly expenses? What are your profit margins? If you don't have financial statements, you're probably not able to answer these types of questions. And so you want to make sure that your books are ready and clean. Number three, oh boy, this one, keep your personal and business finances separate. No commingling, right? And so, are you still using your personal bank account to pay for business transactions, or is there a separation? When you are commingling funds, meaning mixing business and personal, this is a red flag, and lenders don't want to see this. A lot of times, they will want to see bank statements so that they can see what your transaction history looks like as far as how much money is coming in and how much money is going out. And when you're commingling and they see like your shoe purchases and your DoorDash and all of that mixed in with your business transactions, it's just not a good look. So make sure that you have those two separated. Even if your business is a sole proprietorship and you're operating under your name, keep it separate. You can get a separate personal checking account and it can be just for your business. Number four, is tax compliance. Are your returns current? Have you filed your returns? Do you owe back taxes? And owing back taxes doesn't preclude you from funding or being fund ready, but do you have a payment plan in place? Are you current on said payment plan? Do you have proof that you've been making your payments? Because if you don't want to talk about this or if you can't answer these questions, lenders are going to get nervous, and nervous lenders don't lend. The same with investors. An investor is not going to invest in a business that doesn't have current tax returns because if there's ever an issue with the IRS, guess what? Their money can be seized or taken. So they're just not going to take that risk. No credit and building business credit and the importance of it. And I agree. But let's just be real, especially if you have a new business, they're going to be looking at your personal credit. If you are a new business owner, if you're a sole proprietor, like you're the only owner in the business, Or if you're not generating any revenue right now, maybe you have a very new business, your personal credit is going to weigh heavily in the decision because you don't have a business track record, right? And because it's just you, they want to see. So they want to see how you've been treating your other bills. And think about it like dating. Like if you meet someone and they cheated on their last partner or they were abusive either verbally or physically, you're probably not going to get in a hopefully you were not going to get in a relationship with them because their history dictates something that is incongruent with what it is that you're looking for. And the same thing happens with lenders. They want to see how are you handling your personal bills because the way that you handle your personal bills is going to reflect how you move forward with your business stuff. And so you want to ask, like, do you know your personal credit score? Are there any issues on your credit file that maybe you need to address before pursuing funding? Now, with that said, you still want to move forward with building business credit, right? Getting your DUNS number, opening trade accounts in your business name, paying vendors over time. But understand that there's a process, right? Number six, internal controls and systems. And so, if someone gave you $30,000 tomorrow, how would you manage it? Funders want to see if you have systems in place to handle this responsibility. What does your invoicing system look like? What do your payroll systems look like? How are you tracking inventory? Do you have fraud controls in place? These are all things that lenders are going to, or funders will say, because we're talking about grants, investors, as well as loans, right? If these are not in place, they're probably not going to want to give you any money. So they want to know, like, are you a good steward over what you already have, right? And in that vein, they're also looking at how much money have you invested in your business? Do you have skin in the game? What do you have to lose in this whole situation? Those are all questions that funders will ask. Now, number seven is, do you have, and this is my last point, do you have a clear plan, right? And so, why do you need the money? A lot of times I've seen people ask for this huge amount of money, and it's off-putting at some, in some situations because it's not really clear what it is that you're going to do with the money. Now, if you say that you need the money to buy equipment and all of this, be detailed and say this is the equipment that I need to purchase. This is how much this equipment costs. This particular equipment will allow me to make X number of my products in X number of time. You need to be able to say that, right? And being able to say that it's going to increase my capacity because I'm going from doing this manually to automating it, and I'm going to increase my capacity by 100% or 1,000% or whatever the case may be. You need to be able to speak to that so that they understand what it is that you're going to do with this amount of money that you are asking for. So here's the truth. Funding isn't about having a dream. It isn't about having people to support you. It's about being prepared uh, to back that dream up with data, with discipline and documentation, right? And so if you're not there yet, don't beat yourself up, right? That's the point of this. Start where you are and work on the next steps. So, as always, I like to give you a question to ponder, a journal prompt. What part of the funding ready list checklist does your business need to pay most attention to right now? So, if you were in a position where you're looking for a funder, whether it's an investor, a grant, or a loan, what area of this checklist that I just shared do you need to work on right now? And what actions can you take this week to move closer to being fundable? Thanks for pulling up a chair at the CEO table with Bernadette L. Harris. I will see you in 2 weeks because I will be on vacation, but same time, same place, where we keep it real and strategic and legacy is always a part of the conversation. I'll see you the next time.